Today, we'll learn how to create your perfect family history book. I'm your trainer, Lori Coffey, and your perfect family history book is the one that meets your goals. While we can print out a report and slap a cover on it, will people actually read it? Do you want them to? Step one, which we will learn, is to create goals that matter to you. Don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to be interesting. If you don't trust your data, work now to start fixing it by checking all your direct ancestors, at least the first few generations, and make sure you have proof for their vitals. You don't have to start with a full blown book. Start by writing a Facebook post longer than jealous. Move up to short stories, articles, blog posts, presentations. Then you might find you have the contents for a book, an interesting book. The quickest book on a budget is to simply print your genealogy software report, like Family Tree Maker, Relationship Report, to PDF. Then simply email. Quick and cheap, yet kind of dull. In Family Tree Maker, verify the report or chart you want includes photos. Otherwise, snooze fest. In Roots Magic, select New Book, then only select the chapters you want to include, like Ann and Toffel. To print a book, you need to decide how to bind it. If your content is 25 pages or less, the least expensive binding option is to use a 3-hole punch and insert it in a folder binder. You can also use a hardcover 3-ring binder for more pages. But look what I found, a binder that looks like an old book. Isn't that cool? I love it. It's pricey, but it's a great gift idea filled with your family tree data. The benefit to 3-hole punch, it's easy to update as your family and the world around them evolves. If you want to create a beautiful book right from your ancestry tree, click Order Photo Books. My canvas opens with templates for flexible design. If your audience is only one family member, you can buy fill-in-the-blank books with charts and forms. These are less than $20, but you have to fill them out by hand. Not with my handwriting. Or go with a publisher that you pay to do all the work, like Legacy Books or Heritage Books. But it is a good option if you want them to do all the technical work for you. We will be talking about doing it yourself for an audience like your whole family, then only paying for each copy of the final book. For example, Christine designed this set to sell at her family reunion with one book per family line. Isn't that a great idea? Once you decide your goal and your audience, your important second step, decide how you will publish it. Do you want a full-blown book with help from a do-it-yourself publisher? Make sure you know how to design it to fit their guidelines. They will tell you. Will you store it, sell it, ship it? That's called fulfillment and can be a full-time job. Will you pay extra for a hardcover? Because soft covers can curl without lamination, especially in Florida. Your publishing process will be different based on your decisions, while the content is the same. Another idea for publishing a book quickly, for a lot of copies or a lot more pages, you can print a report at a print shop and have it bound with a spiral binding. You'll want to add a clear plastic cover to protect the pages. The benefit to spiral binding is it can lay flat, especially great for cookbooks and music books. Another binding option is plastic comb binding, using a small machine that cuts the holes and adds the binding. We have one here at the library you can use. It costs about $70 if you want to buy one, plus the combs and the cardstock covers. The benefit to comb binding is that pages can be added or changed when needed, but they won't lay completely flat. It's a popular choice with self-printed genealogies. Although, like me, you might be ready to create one of the 2.3 million self-published bound books in America. We'll discuss that more when we get to the design section. In fact, this is another idea for publishing a book quickly. A photo book with short, well-written stories as captions is not only popular with time crunch cousins, but also a great gift idea for them to buy and give to other relatives. A cookbook with stories around the food, with memories and photos of family gatherings, is almost as good as being there. Imagine a book about the ancestral home and the people who lived there, or the family heirlooms. One photo and one well-written caption per page, like on Finding Your Roots. The content in this life book I created for my mother became a memorial for our family with a few more details added after she passed. Shutterfly, Snapfish, Mixbook, Blurb, and Amazon Printing are all good websites for photo books and calendars. Create a calendar with photos and short blurbs about your ancestors on their birthday. In Roots Magic, you can run a report called Calendar. Family Tree Maker has one too. If you want to create a book heavy on stories and light on photos, consider a Storyworth.com book. The subject, like your mother or father, is prompted to write their own story, one question at a time. Be sure to show them the dictate function on their computer so they can speak it instead of type it. I can attest. You can even add some photos. Then it is designed and published for you. While Shutterfly has a picture-heavy family tree book template for those with more pictures than text. They both cost about $100 each. Amazon can also publish your family history book through Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. They also provide a simple guide to publishing, which takes you through the steps from manuscript to published book, including where and for how much you want to sell your book. Keep that in mind. You just might. You have family that says, wait, I want one of these.